Now, it's fair to say that we've not had a great summer so far, but is this, please, about to change? It's been reported today that a heat wave could finally arrive in the middle of this month, with temperatures hitting 29 degrees in some parts of the UK. Well, I'm joined now by Jim Dale, who's a senior meteorologist at British Weather Services and a very good friend of the show. Jim, we had the wettest spring since the days of Noah's Ark. My lawn's up to me elbows. I can't get any towels dry in the house. I'm too tight to put my heating on. Please, can you have a word with the weather gods and bring us a heat wave?
Yeah, it's one of those, isn't it? We've been waiting a long time. We did have 2 days, if you remember. We had two 30-degree days a couple of weeks ago, and that was about it. The good news is we're not quite halfway through summer yet, so there's plenty of time to come. And I always see now September as being an added month to summer. It's been that way now for the past decade, where it extends to a certain degree. So you're talking about later this month. Well, I'll give you the reasons why we're in what we're in at the moment. We are stuck in a rut. There's no doubt about that. The heat dome is all over southern, central and eastern Europe, into Russia even. So we've been caught in this trap ourselves, the Low Countries, Germany as well. We've probably seen the weather that's occurred across the Euro nations matches. We're going to stay that way for the next 10 days. I don't see a break yet, Martin, but what I do see is an expectation that we will get there eventually, just as a matter of course, the fact we've been in this kind of ropey weather. And by the way, get this one. It's snowing in the Highlands today. It's July and it's snowing in the Highlands, which is kind of unprecedented in a way. The last time I remember thinking about snow in July, and it was Buxton Cricket Ground a few centuries ago, it seems. But nonetheless, that's where we are at this moment in this returning polar maritime airstream. So I'm hopeful that we will get there. The charts do suggest a little bit of a switch change. So I think with time, temperatures will start to move up. We'll get rid of the Arctic air that we've got at this moment in time. So things can only get better. I think somebody said that once. And I think that's the direction of travel.
And the funny thing about this, Jim, it's just been so stubborn. It just seems to have been just stuck in this rut, and it just won't move on. It's like, come on, just clear off.
Well, that's exactly what ruts do. You get stuck in them. It's hard to pull out of that. And with the heat dome where it is, it's even more difficult. So we get our stuck in the mud, if you like, and they get their heat wave and wildfires as occurring in parts of Greece at this moment in time. And if you go across America, huge heat dome there, by the way, on the western side into California, more wildfires there even. You're showing the pictures now. So, you know, we're slightly isolated ourselves, Ireland, the Low Countries and the other parts I've already mentioned. But I do think in the end, it will break. It's just a matter of course. But some of this is down to pot luck. And at the moment, not that we necessarily want what's being shown. I'm sure we don't want that. We don't want 40-degree heat either. By the way, Las Vegas, potentially 15 degrees in these next 2 days. Record temperatures over that side. So, yeah, it's kind of horses for courses. Maybe some look out the window and say, OK, I'll take that rather than 40 degrees. So bear it up for the next 10 days or so. I think we'll eventually get out of it, and the latter part of July probably will deliver.
OK, Jim Dale, thank you for giving us that ray of hope. Thank you. It's always a pleasure to have you on the show.